Peace, this is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out 2021. And sitting next to me is a man who needs no introduction whatsoever. Please, and this is his second time on the Rockwell Radio Show. So, Brother Jaycee, welcome back, King. How you feeling, man?
What's going on, Brother Rockwell? Appreciate you.
Brother, the performance was bananas.
Appreciate you.
Bananas.
Appreciate you.
We just saw you do a carousel with some of the greatest in the city, the greatest in the country. How'd that feel?
Oh man, the carousel is always a good time, but you know it's special. It's even more special when your friends are a part of it.
Come on.
And then also, it's also special when the person kicking it off is actually one of my biggest inspirations in this whole DJ game. Period. So you know, for Cash Money to set it off, that meant the world. And then, of course, Shock Him and, you know what I mean, Popo and just Applejack and Radical, just everybody coming up there, to execute it. It was good seeing Aquaria.
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was either at first. And then, we had a powwow after. But, yeah, shout out to Aquaria, I remember I remember her beginnings, and I appreciate her progress over the years. Right?
Had you heard Popo before today?
Yes, I had heard Popo. I started seeing him maybe 2-3 years ago. Shout out to my man DJ Pooh from Griffin. I've known Pooh for a minute. Pooh was a student at Scratch Academy for a little while, and he knows Popo. So Pooh was the first person to put a bug in my ear about Popo. So then I started seeing like little clips here and there, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, this guy he's on to something.
Oh, brother, indeed.
And then I got to meet him for the first time in the flesh on the set of the podcast with DJ Smurf, the Damn That DJ Made My Day.
Right.
So that's where I actually got to meet him in person for the first time. And, he had a nice little routine. I'm impressed. I'm not one that's easily impressed. And hey man, as Cash Money said, the future is in good hands.
Come on, and that's exactly what he said. So in closing, my brother, 2 last questions. Give us your response to Brother Cash Money's set.
Hey, man. Again, Cash Money is one of my biggest DJ inspirations. He is on my Mount Rushmore of DJs. So it's always a treat for me, to hear him. Did his thing.
And last but not least, and I've asked you before, and I'll ask again for those who may not have seen the last episode with your presence. Okay. Give us your Mount Rushmore one more time. We already know one.
So Cash, Jazzy Jeff, okay. See, as Shakim was saying, there's levels, right? So honestly, I have about 3 or 4 different Mount Rushmore of DJs for specific things. Like, you see, I would put Red Alert on my Mount Rushmore.
How about that?
For being a hip-hop radio pioneer, right? But see, I wouldn't put him on the same mountain that I would have Cash Money and Jazzy Jeff on.
Good
See
point.
What I'm saying? Because, Red is not as technical, right? But he has quite the resume, you know what I mean? So he may not give you Jazzy Jeff Cash Money cuts and routines and backspins, but he has a lot of skin in the game. He broke a lot of ground for DJs like me, who eventually followed in his footsteps, doing radio and all that kind of stuff, right? Red started out community, college radio,
right,
underground radio, just like I did. Then, he went up to 98.7 KISS and WBLS and, whatever major radio station in New York City there was for you to be on playing hip-hop and breaks and all that kind of stuff. Red Alert was there.
Come on.
So, Red Alert, Marley Marl, Mr. Magic, they have a separate Mount Rushmore, but, just for the sake of convo, just on some real skillful cut up type stuff, definitely Jazzy Jeff, Cash Money. We go West Coast, just as Shakim was saying.
Can't leave out the West.
Yeah, you gotta give it up for Joe Cooley and Bobcat and all those DJs. See, it's a lot of DJs in all these like we know about all the top DJs in all the markets, but for all the top ones that we know, it's another 10, 15 that's probably just as nice.
Come on.
That don't get the shine, right? So, I'm acknowledging, hey, I don't want to offend nobody when I say because I want to make it clear, that it's difference, So, yeah, man. Also, I still didn't finish my top 5. Okay, so Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff. Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff, Joe Cooley, Beat Junkies, because as a crew, top to bottom, in all different facets of whether it be party rocking or turntablism.
There's so many levels to it.
Yeah, again, it's so many levels, right? And the Beat Junkies, they can give it to you, right? And I also hold Executioners in that same, because in New York, right? Mm-hmm. You rest in peace, Grandmaster Rock Raider.
Indeed.
Rob Swift. You shout out Total Eclipse. You shout out Mr. Sinister. DJ Precision. You shout out that entire, right? Because they made moves. You guys, and again, DJ Craze. Like again, it's so many. DJ Scratch, DJ. It's just so many.
It's almost impossible to fit.
Exactly.
On the mountain.
Right. Exactly. And then at Atlanta, right? If you want to talk Atlanta DJs, you would have to put Nabs up there. You have to mention Toomp. You have to mention DJ Lord from Public Enemy. You have to mention Clever. You can't leave out Cutmaster Swift from Outkast. Like there's a lot of people that you cannot leave out of a conversation.
So last question is this.
Yeah.
How does it feel to you that you are on most of our Mount Rushmores? How does that feel to you?
I would say it's an honor. I appreciate it. I think I think that I think that y'all see, the love and passion that I have for this. You know what I mean? I think it's easily apparent. It should be easily apparent for anybody who ever listens to me, watches me, whatever. You can tell that I really love.
No question.
Like
no question.
I wake up. First thing I do is get on turntables. Damn near, and. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate,
Brother, you have put in the grind, you have put in the time. You are worthy of mountain for sure. So brother, once again, thank you for stopping by the Rockwell Radio Show once again.
Yes, sir.
This is DJ Rockwell. This is none other than our brother, Grandmaster DJ Jaycee.
Go with that, yeah.
And right. And you're tuned into the Rockwell Radio Show. Peace, we out.
All right.
Oh.